guys, it's your girl Valerie Ortiz here, and you're watching American Latino TV, celebrating American Latino pride. And the stories we feature today are examples of what you can do with your life if you just get up, get with it, and do what you love to do. Now, our first story is a special one. Dolores Huerta has worked to improve social and economic conditions for farm workers and to fight discrimination against Latinos for over 50 years. On the road to becoming one of the leading activists in our community, she created the Agricultural Workers Association and co-founded what would become the United Farm Workers Union with fellow activist Cesar Chavez. Huerta stepped down from the United Farm Workers in 1999, but she continues her efforts to improve the lives of workers, immigrants, and women, and recently took up the cause of speaking out against anti-immigrant fear-mongering. Get ready for a legend, because here is the one and only Dolores Huerta. Heroes is brought to you by the U.S. Army. They're strong, then there's Army Strong.
My name is Dolores Huerta, and I'm a board member of People for the American Way. I have my own organization, the Dolores Huerta Foundation for Grassroots Organizing, and I'm co-founder of the United Farm Workers of America.
Es una organización, una unidad para hacer los cambios sociales y económicos que necesitamos para ser hombres y mujeres libres. Y vamos a ver la victoria pronto, compañeros.
Actually, I was a school teacher. And once I went out registering voters door to door and came to a home where there were farm workers living there, and they had a dirt floor. They had cardboard in furniture, you know, boxes, the orange crates to put their clothes in. And that saddened me, and especially to see that the children were malnutritioned and threadbare in terms of the clothes that they were wearing.
I want to thank all of those Mexican Americans who were such supporters of mine. And Dolores Huerta, who is an old friend of mine and has worked with the union, to thank her and tell her how much I appreciate her coming tonight.
So I was very fortunate to be in at the ground level of the organization, being one of the initial organizers, and then being a first vice president of the union. So I was able to get the support of the workers.
The governor and the legislature of California, we say you cannot close your eyes and your ears to us any longer.
Well, we look back 40 years ago, and we've had different legalization bills that have passed, amnesty bills that have passed. It was very simple for people to get their immigration status legally. It wasn't all complicated the way that they've made these new bills that they proposed in the Congress. And I think we just have to remind everybody, wait a minute, this is a nation of immigrants. Our nation was built by immigrants. Some of them that came here, some of them that were brought here against their will. I myself and many other celebrities, we have written a letter and actually sending this hopefully to the Republican candidates so that they will stop their anti-immigrant, anti-Latino rhetoric that is so damaging to our society. Instead of trying to kind of address the issues of racism in our society, they're really adding more fuel to the fire and following the lead of Donald Trump. I do believe that we will have more support from the Democratic candidates. At least we know that they're not against immigration reform. And Hillary Clinton has come out and said that she would support immigration reform. Bernie Sanders has also done the same thing. I think I'm hopeful, and I do hope that we know that, let me just say this, racism is so inherent in our society, but sometimes it has to be brought to the forefront. I kind of liken it like to a boil that's infected, but until it gets really red and it starts hurting and people start taking notice and it's not healed, then I hope it will motivate enough people in our society to say, hey, enough is enough. We've got to stop. We've got to start addressing this. We've got to stop the racism, and it's going to take each one of us to step up there and to do it.